I got it to work. Well, it's been a while. How's everyone doing? It's been at least 4 years since you've seen me in this room. I think the last proper video I set up in my house was when I was 17. But now I'm come to give you a life update. One sec. I've come to give you a life update now. I'm 21 now. Just finished university. Finished with the first, praise Jesus, in television from Falmouth University. This is my little tube thing that they gave me. But the thing is, when you graduate, they give you this tube, but it's got nothing in it, and then they send you your degree in a mail, which I think's a bit weird. But I digress. I'm doing fine. Now I've got loads more spare time to myself. I think I really want to try and pursue YouTube as a career. Make videos, blah, 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 blah. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do now. I've come up with an idea. I think of something in my head at the middle of the night at 3 o'clock in the morning after watching a Jeffree Star video. And I'm more like, shit, what should I do? I should fucking go ghost hunting. I should... Because I've done ghost hunting before, but I just haven't uploaded it onto this channel. Trust me. It's a mess. But I had fun doing it. Other than that, I'm still single. Yeah, pretty sad. I've not gone out with anyone in the past 4 years at university. University's been a hell of a ride. The first 3 years, well, the 3 years that I was there were absolutely brilliant. I met some amazing people. I fell out with some amazing people. I fucking fell in love with some amazing people. It was a roller coaster. I recommend going there not just to learn. If you are going to go to university primarily to learn, but it's also to, this is going to sound like really corny and like crystally, but go there to find your being. I don't know how to word it, but like try and find parts of yourself, try and develop you as a person as well as develop you academically. I think I developed myself as a person a bit more than I did develop myself academically there. The first year at university was just a mess. I went out every single night, not necessarily drinking. I don't know how, but for an entire year I managed to do something every day of the week, except for Sundays maybe. But even then, when I was playing Sundays, I'd be having playing online with my friends from back in Birmingham. But yeah, Thursday was the night, Friday was the night, Saturday was the night, we'd all go out. And by go out, I mean go to the local student bar, which is called the Stannery, which is a bloody good bar. There's many good nights spent there. I'll pop up some pictures here of me in the Stannery. And then I'd usually host a lot of parties in my flat. I mean, I don't know how much my flatmates liked that. I think they all secretly hated me for it. But I had fun. I got naked a couple times. Like, when people go to university, there's this stereotype you can do wild, crazy thing. We, literally all got just naked one night. 2 nights by playing a game. But the only reason everyone got naked is because we had a 1 penny coin and a piece of paper, and we flipped a coin on the piece of paper and made a rule that you had to get naked. And everyone was just flipping this coin on this piece of paper, falling on the naked rule, and everyone just got naked. It was, memories. Second year, okay, first year I loved because everyone's in student accommodation, so everyone's right next to each other. Second year is when you have to try and go out and find your own house, from a rentor or a property owner. I don't know what it's like in America or any other place in the world, but in the UK mainly, from what I've known, is you're in digs or student accommodation first year, and then you go out and find your own house in second and third year. In second, when your group of friends go out and find their own house, they also have to find housemates with it, because you can't, not many people can afford to buy a house on their own. So your friendship group gets split up into loads of different mini friendship groups, because for some reason, I don't know why, But when you transfer from student accommodation where everyone's together into houses where everyone's dotted around a town, like friendships start to lose and evaporate if they don't wanna like if it's not as convenient for them to meet up. And I think that's what happened with my friendship group, because we went from first year going out every single day and doing something, to second year going out once a week and doing everything, and in third year it was going out once a month mainly. I mean, I had friends that went out every week, but sometimes they wouldn't invite us, or sometimes my anxiety would be like and wouldn't let me go out. And I think that's one of them. That's just something that's personal to me. But friends, I love them. Graduation was brilliant. I'll try and get some graduation photos, but I got this for graduating. This badge. The badge isn't there. Oh, but I got a little pin, and I got. One sec. I got this from the. I got this from the Chancellor at my university. Now, the Chancellor at my university is Dawn French, and anyone who's from the UK knows she's an iconic comedian and actor. And so she's the Chancellor, so she gives you your degree. Well, she gives you the tube that the degree comes in. And she gives you this chocolate coin that says Dawn French Chancellor 2018, with a picture of her face on, and the Falmouth logo on the background. Now, I was hyped. So the way we graduated, we was in a big hall, and then one side of the thing there was a stage, and it had all of our teachers in their graduating attire. So like, I have some one of my teachers graduated from like fucking some other school way, I don't know, but they didn't have like the classic cap thing. They had like this mushroom Shakespearean shit, and I was like, okay, work. But then there's some weird people in like suit things, and it was like, so many people. But if I ever join a university, apparently if I attend a graduation now, I have to do the Falmouth colours, which is white and gold, and like this weird triangle that goes here. But it was so much fun. You go up to the stage, you shake hands with Dawn French, she gives you your thing and coin, and then you give your head of year a hug, and then I was the last person to graduate from my cohort, because my second name's last at the register, and my head of year was crying. She was like, I gave her a big hug. I was like, oh Faye, you little cutie patootie. And yeah, it was a million. I would not change it for the world. There was things I would change that I would have done, but I wouldn't change anything of the world, because it absolutely was life-changing, and I love it. I mean, I've got a degree now. What if I decide to use that degree? I know that would be a waste if I didn't decide to use that degree, but I've learnt skills that I didn't start with. Not necessarily academically, because academically I've honed my editing skills, I've honed my documentary skills, I've honed my filming skills, my presenting skills, my written skills. I wrote a 10k word dissertation, and then on top of that I wrote like 50k words. It was like, whoa. But I also learned essential people skills. I lived on my own for 3 years, so it was learning to live and provide for yourself. Although I'm off alone, but like, you know what I mean, like go shopping and clean the stuff and tidy your room. Although I'm not the not the greatest at all of that, I understand that sometimes things need to happen, and things needs to happen in this order or that order, and it needs to work. And if it doesn't, things go down, and then people start complaining and blah 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 blah. But it gives me valuable academic skills, valuable life skills. I definitely recommend it if anyone's watching and thinking going to university. One bad thing about me going to university is my core group of friends, like you have different groups of friends. My core group of friends, so the people who I hold dearest to my heart, which is my boys, my group of friends, which are all boys, which I've grown up with since I was bloody 8, 9, 10 years old. They all redid a year. literally every one of them redid a year. So there's about 5 or 6 of them in, say if I was year 2, they're year 1. Because they all decided to redo a year and transfer to a different college or university or take a gap year. So now I'm out of university, they're all still in university, and it's kind of like, I'm on my own. But I did have a saving grace, which was my friend called Ryan, which I was all like, oh, I don't think Ryan's going to go to university because he's never shown interest. And then he's like, oh, Jake, I'm going to university. And I'm like, but it's fine because he seems happy as hell to go to university, and I support him fully. But yeah, I haven't really been doing anything else. I've been playing games. Yeah, I've tried to do a bit of art, but it just hasn't like scrun up. Like if you didn't know, I used to be an artist back in the day. Well, back in the day when I was in secondary school, I took GCSE art, and that used to be my passion for about 4 years straight. But then it kind of transferred into TV and filming and stuff when I got introduced to the internet, and I started watching YouTubers, and I was like, hey, I'd love to do this. But obviously, you've got to build yourself up. And serious note, I've been trying to make a video for about a week or 2 now, but I've been a bit down in the dumps, a bit in my own head, a bit, you know, and every time I try and do something, I don't know why, but it's kind of like I'm a bag of rocks and it just falls, and then the bag of rocks is just there. I'm the bag of rocks on the floor that don't do anything. And I try and stop it, I do, but sometimes it doesn't work. But I'm glad I've decided to start recording it. I'm surprised how easily I can speak in front of a camera, because anytime I tried before, I kind of get in my head and more like get. But I think I should start editing my videos a bit more, making them more streamlined, because I do ramble a lot, basically. But I might just upload this one because I'm a bit lazy and I just want to get a video out. Wait, Jake got a first in editing in university, but he's not going to edit anything. That's another point. University gave me like all the free software, like the Adobe Suite, and I've learnt to use the Adobe Suite for the past 5-6 years, for back in my college and then university. And then I come to the real world, and I'm more like, shit. The Adobe Suite is like 60 quid a month, and I'm like, I can't afford this. I do need to get a job. Job-wise, I don't really know what to do. I'm a bit internally conflicted about something, because I definitely want to get a job so I can start making money and move out of my house and get a job and get a dog. Basically, I've made 2 life goals for me at the moment, which is get a dog and move out of my parents' house, and they're my 2 life goals. And they're the 2 I'm working for. Anything else doesn't matter, because them 2 are working for, and I feel like giving myself 2 really open goals is giving myself a lot of room to work with. So when it comes down to pressure, and if I'm feeling sad or depressed, I'm not going to work myself up and over and over and over. But I definitely need a job. My eternal conflict is, do I go into the industry? Pardon me. Do I go into the industry of editing and become an editor? But the deal with that is, like, I need to get a showreel and put myself all together, and I know I can do it, but I get really scared seeing, or like, if I was put in a position where someone gives me a lot of footage that I don't know. See, in university, one bad thing is, like, you know all your friends and your peers, and you know who you want to work with, you know who you don't want to work with. Now I'm in the position where I don't know anyone who I want to work with, so if I want to get a job, I get really, really scared in my mind that, like, okay, I can't do this, but I need to stop listening to the I can't do this voice and start being like, ugh. Or I get, the other option is I get a dead-end job, but not just dead-end. I don't like the term dead-end or like a wasteful job. It's a job to get money to support something, and if I was going to get that dead-end job, I'd try and support a YouTube career, I'd like to make content more. I think one of my favourite quotes is from a YouTuber I used to watch called Boogie29988, and I was watching his video on how to become an influencer, social media influencer, like a YouTuber or something like that, and he went, you won't win. Shit. Okay, you won't be a master at tennis if you just play one game. You got to keep playing tennis games if you want to master it and make it a career. And I like that analogy because I can't just make one video every 3 years and be like, oh, I'm a YouTuber. If you actually want to start getting better at something, especially, well, say if I wanted to start getting better at YouTube and trying to make it a career, I need to make videos, regardless how crap they are, regardless if I don't want to. Content, you will always learn. If they're really crap, you'll learn not to do that crap video again. If you really don't want to, you'll learn discipline and self-control that you need to work on this, and if this is the goal that you want to make, then you better go out and record a video. And I need to get in that head space, but something in my head isn't letting me. I think I was mulling it over to see what was wrong, and I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. I want to say I've got a bit of a depression, but I don't really. That's a very uncomfortable thing for me to talk about. I'm not really sure how to deal with it or talk about it at all. But because I'm a naturally jolly, happy person, but I don't know. I can't describe it. But I think one of the first videos I will do on this channel is reacting to my old videos, because I know they're cringy, and I showed some of them to some university friends, and they cringed too, and it was a joke for a while. I was a joke, a major joke. So, I mean, the video where I get a plain wrap, a tortilla wrap, bite holes out of it and put it on my face and act like Voldemort, like, mate. There was something wrong with me as a kid. No, there wasn't. I was 10 out of 10. I wouldn't be where I was now if I didn't, if it weren't for my previous self. Anyway, this is my life update video. I already did a return video 2 months ago, which was really bad. But this is my life update. I don't know if anyone's gonna watch, but if you're watching, if you kept on to this point, you put a little cactus emoji and comment that down below, and I'll know you've watched to this point, and I'll send you a heart for keeping with me up until this rambling video and to this point. I love cactuses. Cactuses are my thing since I was little, because my mum, they breed cactuses. They got little cactus gardens, so I used to grow up with cactuses all around me all the time, and I love them to pieces. Anyway, leave a little cactus below if you've watched up until this point. Thank you for watching. Definitely the next video will have a higher production value. I know for a fact it will have a higher production value. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.